Let's jump into the MMA world. It's been wild lately. First up, Arman Tsarukyan, a guy who's taken a lot of heat recently. Back in January, he pulled out of UFC 311, and ever since, fans and critics have been coming at him. But here's the thing, he's not alone in this. One big name stood up for him. Daniel Cormier. Yeah, the same DC who held 2 belts and now breaks down fights on TV. Cormier recently spoke out and said, "Look, it happened once. Arman's not the type of guy who just bails on fights or misses weight all the time." He reminded everyone that Arman made weight and was ready as a backup in a recent event. Cormier wasn't just defending him, he was asking people to show a little grace. "You can't define someone by one moment," he said. And you know what? He's right. But Cormier also touched on why fans are still hesitant about Arman. He brought up that moment when Arman got into it with Paddy Pimblett inside the cage. They had a heated exchange after a fight, and that clip stuck with people. Whether it was real or staged, it left a mark. Now let's talk about Paddy. He's a big name, loads of charisma, and fans love him. So naturally, a title shot with him involved would be huge. But does he actually deserve it more than Arman? When you look at the rankings and who they fought, Arman's resume stands taller. He's gone through tough guys, he's taken risks, and outside that one withdrawal, he's shown up every time. Paddy? Some say he's being pushed too fast. It's all hype, less about performance. And that's what Cormier's getting at. He wants to see Arman fight Ilia Topuria for the belt. No games, just the best versus the best. So what do you think? Are you riding with hype and marketability, or with someone who's actually earned it through sweat and grit? Should Arman get his shot at Ilia? Drop it in the comments, let's hear it. Now on to another fighter going through a tough moment, Sean O'Malley. He's no longer the champ. That hurts, right? But if you know Sugar Sean, you know he's not the type to sit and sulk. He's keeping his head up, trying to spin it into something positive. Back in June, Sean fought Merab Dvalishvili and lost by submission in round 3. That one stung, the hype was there, the lights were bright, but Merab just dominated with pressure and grappling. But Sean didn't disappear. He showed up on Mike Perry's podcast, full of jokes and energy. When Mike asked him about cutting weight, Sean laughed and said, "No more champ weight. No more 5-rounders. We're doing those 3-round bangers now." Underneath the laughs, though, it's clear. He's trying to adjust to a new reality. No belt, less pressure, maybe even a fresh start. What's even more interesting is the talk about Sean moving up to featherweight. The guy is 5'11", walks around at 160. That's a big frame for bantamweight, and that weight cut, brutal. His coach, Tim Welch, even said it. They might take 6 to 7 months, add a little muscle, and test the waters at 145. And let's be real, Sean's body might actually thank him for it. The cuts, the stress, the toll on the mind and body, it adds up. So now the big question, does he stay at 135 and fight his way back? Or move up to 145 and start fresh against a new crowd of killers? One thing's for sure, win or lose, belt or no belt, people will watch Sean fight. The striking, the flair, the walkouts, he's got star power. What do you think? Should he chase the belt at bantamweight again or take on featherweights and see what happens? Next up, Conor McGregor. Yeah, he's back in the headlines, and not for fighting. This time it's another legal issue. A civil case connected to an alleged incident from 2018. And Conor just lost the appeal. That earlier ruling still stands. It's a big legal blow for the former double champ. Conor took to social media and poured his heart out. He said James Lawrence, who was also involved, got cleared. But he added, "I won't say innocence because we were past the shakedown." He got cleared, but not even his costs were covered. Then came a more emotional message to fans in Ireland. He said, "Don't get distracted by this. You see what I'm up against. But we knew it'd be like this. I'm still fighting." In another post, Conor slammed the trial, saying the woman's lies were out there before he even got to respond, and when they tried to settle, he said, "No, only truth will set me free." But the drama doesn't end there. According to reports, the alleged victim, Nikita Hand, is now suing her ex-neighbors, one of them being Conor's own mom, for defamation. She's asking for damages, saying they lied to protect him. And just as the appeal started, those same neighbors withdrew their sworn statements. That twist threw even more gas on the fire. After the ruling, Nikita gave a powerful message. "This has traumatized me all over again. But to every survivor out there, don't stay silent. You deserve justice." This whole situation has people split. Some believe Conor's being targeted because he's famous. Others say no one's above the law. Either way, it's far from over. And knowing Conor, he won't stay silent for long. Alright, shifting gears now, let's talk about one of the craziest body transformations we've seen recently. Dricus Du Plessis. This man is looking like a statue, with UFC 319 just around the corner where he'll defend the middleweight title against Khamzat Chimaev. Fans were already hyped, but then a photo dropped and boom, everyone started talking. Dricus looked absolutely shredded, lean, jacked, ready. Then he posted some training footage and people lost their minds. He's not just looking good, he's moving sharp, powerful, focused. Fans jumped into the comments with wild takes. Some were like, yeah, he looks great, but can he handle Khamzat's pressure? Because let's be honest, Khamzat is a beast. Relentless takedowns, insane top control, a nightmare on the ground. Others started breaking it down. Classic striker versus grappler matchup, one fan said. Let's see who imposes their will. One guy claimed, Du Plessis is too big, he's knocking Khamzat out. Another fired back, all that muscle? He's gonna gas and get subbed in 74 seconds. There were even people analyzing his hips. Wide hips, hard for Khamzat to lock hands and chain takedowns. That's next level breakdown right there. But here's the truth, this isn't just about muscles, it's about performance. Will the new physique help him defend takedowns and keep the fight standing? Or will it backfire and slow him down? Khamzat also dropped some training clips, and man, he looks locked in, calm, dangerous, ready to go. So, who are you betting on? Does Dricus shock the world? Or is Khamzat just built different? Let us know your pick. This is going to be a war. Now here's something wild. Caio Borralho, the middleweight contender, is doing something most fighters would never even consider. He's cutting weight twice in 1 month. Yeah, you heard that right. 2 weight cuts, 2 training camps, possibly 2 fights in just a few weeks. That's crazy. So here's what's going on. Caio has been named the official backup fighter for the UFC 319 main event. That's Dricus Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. But here's the twist. He's also booked to fight Nassourdine Imavov in September. Now naturally fans are asking, is this a good idea? Is it even safe? Can his body handle that? But Caio doesn't seem stressed at all. In fact, he looked super chill in his recent interview with the Schmo. He said, "My weight is under control. I'm eating pasta, rice, carbs, and I'm still light." He's walking around at 204, 205 pounds with 5 weeks left, and that's impressive. He's keeping his body lean, and he's confident it'll all work out. But this isn't just about diet and training. There's a mental side too, and Caio showed some fire. He took a shot at Imavov, calling him out for lying. Imavov had said he was the backup for UFC 319, but Caio shut that down. "That's not true," he said. "I'm the official backup. The UFC confirmed it." And when asked about whether he's preparing for both fights mentally, Caio kept it real. "I'm focused on Imavov. That's the main goal. But if I get the call, I'm ready for 5 rounds of war." This guy is locked in. 2 fights in 1 month isn't just a physical grind. It's a mindset. It's about staying sharp, staying hungry, and being ready no matter what. So what do you think? Is Caio doing too much? Or is this the move of a future champ who's ready to take any chance that comes his way? Let us know. Now, back to Arman Tsarukyan, because he's not done. This rivalry with Ilia Topuria, it's heating up fast. And Arman is not staying quiet. Just recently he went off on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it now, and he didn't hold back. He wrote, "Who wants to let Ilia know he's not McGregor? He's making champs look bad. Real champs fight the #1 contender. But this guy thinks he's the BMF. How do you say coward in Spanish?" Boom. The MMA community exploded. People immediately picked up on the comparison to Conor McGregor. The flash, the trash talk, the vibe that Ilia is ducking real threats. Arman saying Ilia isn't acting like a champ, he's acting like a showman. But Arman didn't stop there. He posted a video of himself eating a huge stack of cheeseburgers, and in the caption he wrote, "I'm coming for Joey Chestnut next, let's hope he doesn't duck me too." Total troll move, but fans ate it up, no pun intended. It was funny, but it was also serious. Arman's basically saying, "I'm ready, stop running." It's all part of this growing tension. Arman's been calling for this fight. He wants Ilia and he wants him bad. And with the division stacked and fans wanting real contenders, it's starting to feel like this is the fight to make. But will Ilia respond? Will the UFC finally put this one on the books? Because one thing's for sure, Arman isn't going to let this go. He's loud, he's fired up, and he's coming for that belt. So what about you? Do you want to see this fight happen? Should the UFC book Arman versus Ilia right now? Let us know in the comments. We're all watching. So to wrap this up, here's what's happening in the MMA world. Daniel Cormier backed Arman and called for him to fight Ilia Topuria. Sean O'Malley is moving forward, maybe up in weight, maybe just back in the mix. Conor McGregor's legal battles keep dragging on, keeping him outside the cage. Dricus Du Plessis is looking like a beast ahead of UFC 319. Caio Borralho is cutting weight like a maniac and still smiling about it. And Arman? He's not letting Ilia breathe, he wants that fight. Now this sport is full of stories. Some make you cheer, some make you cringe, and some make you want war inside that cage. That's why we love MMA. So tell us what you think. Who deserves the title shots? Who's running from who? And who do you think is about to take over? Drop your takes in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more. We'll catch you in the next one. Catch you in the